Hello and welcome back to another Spiritually.Ziya pick a card. Today we're going to be getting messages for those of you that are in a situationship or you're in the talking stages with a person, but you guys haven't quite made it official yet. This pick a card is going to be for you guys. Today we're going to be getting an energy check to see what is the energy of the connection between the two of you. Then we're going to do a you versus them. So it's going to be one side is going to be you and your energy. The other side is going to be your person's energy. And we're going to see if there's any like similarities or if you guys are like on the same page, I guess you could say. And we're going to see how do you guys feel about the connection. And then we're going to see where is this going and get some final advice and messages for you from your person. So we got quite a bit to dive into today. So for the first pile, we have the Gnosis card as well as the Pretonite. For the second pile, we have the Storm with this blue goldstone. And for the third pile, we have the Vessel with the flower agate. So feel free to pause the video and take as much time as you need. And whenever you guys are ready, go ahead and check out the timestamps and I'll see you guys at your reading. Hello, pile one. If you chose the Gnosis as well as the Pretonite, this is going to be your reading. So tapping into this energy, it feels very like open-ended. And I'll kind of explain a little bit more what I mean when I say that, but it almost kind of feels like to me like you feel a strong spiritual connection with this person, but for some of you guys it feels like this person's like physical way of showing up, or yeah, it's like the way that they show up in the connection physically, even though you know they feel a strong connection with you, is like they have their energy elsewhere, I guess you could say. Like they have options, is kind of what I'm picking up here. So take that as that resonates, because that might not be for everybody. Because I am getting another message here with this Gnosis card coming out, is like there is this feeling of knowing that this is your person and this is somebody that you're like meant to build with. And I am feeling like you guys can kind of like bounce these different conspiracies between each other. It's like you guys can talk about everything and anything. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting with this. So a couple different energies that are coming out. This is a general pick a card, so take what resonates, leave it don't. But just tapping into the energy, that was kind of the vibe that I was feeling. And it's interesting because when I meditate on energies, like a lot of times I'll get like songs or images and stuff, but this was more like feeling. Like I was more so feeling this. So I feel like you guys feel these deep feelings and connection, but it's like sometimes the way that this shows up for some of you guys, it's like it don't add up. Like 2 plus 2 is not adding up to 4. Okay, so we got the Gnosis card. This is your guys' overall energy check, by the way, for the connection. So not just your energy, not just theirs. This is like the connection's energy check. So we have key. Make sure this is in the frame. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have tested. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. Interesting. And I'm being drawn to this. You see how it's got a crack in it? is kind of making me think of like there's something in the foundation that is just not fully solidified yet. I mean, this is like a situationship kind of connection, but I'm just kind of wondering if you guys are on the same page. Or if this person, or maybe you, is keeping your options open, or have like a fallback person, if that makes sense. Like, if this don't work out, like, I still got this person and this person that I talk to kind of vibes. Because the King of Pentacles is normally somebody who is very committal, you know, somebody who is consistent with the way that they show up. But I'm almost getting this, like, the person's energy that they give you is very inconsistent sometimes. It's like 1 minute it seems like you guys are on the same page. You guys are moving in the direction of being, you know, a genuine couple, putting a title on it, you know, them claiming you as their partner. And then the next minute it's like this person is acting cold towards you, or kind of making it seem like that's not their intentions. I don't know, because I am getting with this key card here too. Like, all these different keys are like different doors that can be unlocked, you know. It's almost like somebody who has a lot of options. It's like this person kind of sometimes shows up as somebody who wants it to be in a relationship, but then they, like, their actions say otherwise. It's like their words and their actions are not adding up, I guess. I kind of want to dive a little bit more into their energy and see if you guys are even on the same page, because I'm kind of feeling like your idea of where this connection is going and their idea of where this connection is going might be two different ideas. And I know that might suck for some of you guys to hear that, but it's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, this person needs to, like, choose. They need to make a choice. Because when I first pulled this card out, this is the vice versa tarot. It was on this side. Like, the back is like facing you in a sense. It's almost like this person, their attention is elsewhere. This person might even be in a relationship already for some of you guys here. And they might be kind of being mysterious because, or like they're not giving you too much because they have somebody else that they are committed to. I'm just going to say that because it's coming out. Yeah. Messy boots. I feel like this person, for some of you guys that resonates, this person isn't actually happy in their connection. They're kind of holding on for like different reasons. Some of you guys, there could be kids involved. Others of you, they could live with this person. It's kind of making me feel like somebody who has other commitments or responsibilities involved in the relationship, and that's why they're kind of sticking around. It's not because it's like love, you know. And maybe that's why they're not giving you too much, is because they don't want to hurt your feelings, but they also don't want to lose you at the same time because they feel this strong connection with you. Yeah. And even like tapping into the energy, it was a little bit harder for me, I feel like, because this person does feel kind of like closed off. And I feel like you might even feel a little bit more closed off because you're afraid of getting hurt as well. And you can tell that this person, you know, their energy is elsewhere. Maybe this started off as something where they were giving you a lot more. And then as of recently, it kind of started to be less and less, you know, them kind of pulling their energy back. I am feeling almost like this withdrawn energy from them. So you might even be like withdrawing your energy as well, you know, pulling your energy back. And I'm getting with this bird that's like kind of flying in a circle. It's almost making me feel like somebody who is stuck in some sort of cycle. It's like every time they think they're about to get out, it's like, oh, another round and another round. It's like it don't go anywhere, you know, they're spinning their tires. Yeah. Now, this could definitely be you as well. This is somebody that you've been in like a situationship for a while and it has not gone anywhere. I feel like that could be a sign for you to like really start to just focus on yourself, focus your energy more on you and not on this person, because obviously this person, if they wanted to, they would have did it. All right. Sorry, I know that came off a little harsh, but I just have to say it. So let's see. So I'm going to use 2 different tarot decks to kind of get the energy, just to see if like any like same cards come out for both parties. But we're going to see how are they feeling, and then we're going to see how you're feeling about the connection. See if you guys are on the same page. All right, so this side over here is going to be them. This side over here is going to be you. If you feel like the energy is switched, flip-flop, whatever. And if it comes out same, you guys could be mirroring energy or have like mutual feelings about the connection. So how is their person feeling about the connection? How is the person, how one's mind feeling about the connection? How are they feeling about the connection? Well, we got the Ace of Cups coming out in reverse. We have the 10 of Cups coming out in reverse and the Knight of Swords also coming out in reverse. So, I hate to say it, Power. We got the Death and Rebirth on the bottom in reverse as well. I hate to say it, Pile 1, but I feel like this person feels like... I feel like they feel like this is more lighthearted than you do. I feel like... I don't know. For some of you guys, I'm getting that this person is in another connection, okay? Now, like I said in the beginning, it's not necessarily a happy connection, but I do feel like there are other responsibilities or things that are keeping them tied to this person. But I just feel like this person isn't ready to let that go yet either. They're not ready to actually start to choose love or to open their heart up to love. This person's been hurt a lot, and I feel like they are kind of feeling guarded when it comes to this connection. What, Peanut? What's the matter? And with the Knight of Swords coming out in reverse, I feel like this person, like I was picking up before, their energy is very inconsistent. And I feel like this person is also somebody who, as I was saying, I feel like this person can be somebody who's kind of like a smooth talker. I'm hearing that. I'm a smooth operator. But I am also feeling like this person does kind of rush into different connections, like based off of that first initial like excitement, and then it fizzles out for this person kind of fast. I feel like this person does have a hard time kind of keeping their attention in one place. And that could be maybe why the connection that they're in right now isn't happy, is because maybe this person has wandered outside of their relationship prior to, and that's created a lot of heartbreak and tension. But yeah, I just feel like this person isn't necessarily in the right energy to really show up for you, and give you what you're looking for. I feel like they know that this has a lot of potential to be something that could be like long-term, loving. It's like a fresh start, but this person is not looking for that, I guess. Even if they're telling you that that's what they're looking for, they're not. Okay, I'm seeing it in their energy right now. People lie, energy don't. And this person is not ready for anything serious. This person really needs to focus on their healing and actually opening up their heart so they can actually receive love. And I am feeling for some of you guys, this person, they don't know how to love properly because they never received proper love and proper care. So they're only giving what they learned throughout their life. So for some of them, if they had like toxic family situations, or their parents weren't super involved in their life, or they're missing a parent. It did create this distorted sense of what love is and how to give and receive love that they need to work on healing as well. So let's see, how are you feeling about the connection? We got the Two of Wands, the Five of Wands, and let's get one more. That's kind of two more, but we got the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune also in reverse. So I'll just take it because they came out together. With the Three of Wands in reverse on the bottom. So yeah, I feel like you are also feeling like this connection has not went anywhere. I think you are trying your hardest to hold on, and I feel like some of you guys are even like putting yourself in situations to like have to compete with other people. And if you're in a genuine loving connection, you should never have to compete for anybody's attention. So if you're feeling like this connection has triggered like this toxic side of you, and you yourself are acting out of character, I feel like this is your sign to invest your energy into yourself. Like, this is not worth it. Nobody or nothing is worth your peace, your or you like lowering your vibration to get attention. You know what I mean? Like, that's not you. That's not your energy in general. So it's like, if you're acting out of character for somebody because they keep putting you in situations, that's spirit trying to redirect you, trying to show you that there's something better, there's something more for you. And I just feel for a lot of you guys that you guys are not on the same page. I think that's why this connection has not went anywhere. I am strongly picking that up, and I feel like you are feeling kind of messed up over the situation because of the fact that this person like tells you one thing and then acts another way towards you. So it's kind of like stringing you along, and that's what's keeping you in this cycle. But I can see right here on the cards that there is no progress moving forward. Like, there is just this stale, stagnant energy that is here. And the only way to fix that is to do something different. Stop allowing yourself to be stuck in the same cycle over and over again with this person just because you care about them. Sometimes love and care is just not enough. Some of you guys have been with this person for quite a while now, and like, as like, you know, a situationship, you guys have been messing around for a while, and you've been hoping that if you just show them, you know, that I'm a rider, I'm gonna stick it out with you, that they'll change their heart, they'll change their mind. But I feel like you're kind of almost, you're basically enabling this person's behavior. And I know that's not necessarily your intentions, but I feel like this person thinks that you're going to be around even though they keep doing this shit to you because you've stuck it out for so long and you keep showing up for this person and being consistent with your energy, even though this is like really fucking with your energy. You know what I mean? Like, pardon my French, but there needs to be an end to this cycle, and I think the end is going to have to come from you. This person is not going to end things with you, because at the end of the day, you're kind of like fueling their ego. And yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. So let's see, where is this connection going? Where is this connection going, Spirit? Ooh, where is this connection going? We got the Six of Pentacles on the bottom, and we got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse on the other side. All right. We got the Lovers, This Lovers card just always looks so toxic to me. Like, the way that they're showing up, they got these different masks on. They're almost like not showing up authentically. You know, they're masking. And the fire on here is, and then the snake. It just makes me feel like this connection is like a karmic connection. We got the 5, or not the 5. We got the Hierophant in reverse. We have the 7 of Wands. And we got the Magician. I'm going to just say, like, if you guys really want this to work, like, both parties really have to start fighting for this. They have to start showing up in the same way and giving mutual love and respect and acknowledging that, like, their wrongs, I guess, you know, like being honest, showing up authentically, being transparent with what has been going on. If you guys really want this to work, like, there needs to be this transparency that needs to come in. And people need to start breaking their walls down and stop trying to protect or guard themselves so much. Because if you're trying to build a connection with somebody, you can't build off of this guarded energy. That's just not going to work. And you should be building with somebody that you feel safe enough to let those walls down with, you know? And I just feel like that energy is just not here. Yes, this is a deep connection. I know you guys feel like this is your person, and it very well could be, right? I have a belief that we have multiple different soulmates. So if it doesn't work out with one person because they can't get their shit together, you will have another person that comes in for you guys. But I know when you're in this connection and you feel all of these feelings and this chemistry and you guys just have so much history together, it's hard to like let that go. And I get it. But at the same time, when are you going to start choosing yourself and your happiness over, you know, this trifling ass shit that is going on? I'm sorry, but this feels very trifling. It is giving somebody who's in a connection already and is giving you breadcrumbs, is lying to you, is being inconsiderate of your feelings. Like, that is trifling ass behavior, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like, where is this going? I mean, nowhere that it hasn't already been is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. And I am feeling like there is some manipulation here as well. Like, somebody who's, like I said, a smooth talker, telling you what they think you want to hear just to keep you around. But this person, their intentions are not to really show up and like give you what it is that you're looking for. I was really hoping to be able to give you better news, pile one. I'm sorry, but I was kind of picking it up at the beginning, like this open-ended energy, like somebody who's just got like options, you know, they're not really looking to settle down. For those of you that resonates, that they have a person already, maybe you already know about this, or maybe they are telling you that they're done with this person, but they're really not. Um, they're lying. I am picking that up. And that's only like supposed to be confirmation. So if that's not confirmation on something that you've already been picking up, then maybe this is in your pile. But yeah, this person either has a lot of different options or they're already committed and their energy's elsewhere. So let's get one final message from your person to close this reading out. Since we use this for their energy, we're going to use this same deck. Can we get a final message for pile one from their person? Got the 10 of Wands. of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Cups. So, and we got the Star on the bottom. The message from your person would be, and I feel like this is more from their higher self than their physical self, because I don't know if they would necessarily tell you this, but I feel like Spirit is telling you, or their spirit is telling you, that it is time to move forward. This person is just too confused, and they have too many options right now, or they have too much going on in their life to give you what you're looking for. And they want you to be happy. They want you to choose healing. They want you to open yourself up to love and to have a proper union with somebody, something that you can really build with somebody. But I don't think this person can give this to you right now. And that is the message that they want to tell you, is that they cannot give you what you're looking for right now. They are carrying way too much baggage. And I'm hearing I have too much baggage, okay? Like, that is quite literally this 10 of Wands right here. They're saying they have too much baggage and they are not ready to work on their shit yet. I feel like this is a very avoidant person, especially with that Knight of Wands, or that Knight of Swords that came out in reverse. This is somebody who is avoidant and can tend to lash out when they feel triggered. And I think this is because they are harboring a lot of unresolved issues, trauma, baggage. This person is definitely not ready for change yet. And we even had the death and rebirth card on the bottom when I was doing, like, how do they feel? Like, they're not ready for that change yet. They're resisting it in every way. And yeah, this person is very confused, even though they feel this connection with you and they see the potential. They're not ready to, like, actually do anything with it. And I'm hearing that I'll never forget you song. I will never forget you. You'll always be by my side. From the day that I met you, I knew that I would love you till the day I die. So this person definitely is just also letting you know that you'll always have a special place in their heart. Yeah. You'll always have a special place in their heart, and they would love to still be friends with you regardless. But I just feel like romantically, this is just not heading in the right direction, because there's a lot going on in this person's life. So, sorry I couldn't give you better news, Pile One. But I am sending you lots of love, and I hope this reading helps you, gives you some clarity, empowers you to choose yourself, make the right decision, choose with, I would say choose with your heart, but if your heart is invested in this person, that makes it hard. Choose yourself, okay? Just choose yourself. Give yourself that love. Work on yourself. Focus on your healing. And I do feel there is another person that is going to be a better fit for you, that you're not going to have to wait so long for them to get their shit together. They're going to choose you right off the bat. And you're not ever going to have to question their motives, their intentions, or where their energy is at, because they're going to show up for you consistently. But this is what I have for you, Pile One. And I'm sending you guys lots of love, healing energy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell button so you don't miss when I upload. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Please take care. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the Storm card as well as this blue gold stone, this is going to be your reading. Tapping into your guys' energy, I kept hearing, let's give them something to talk about. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe this person is kind of like ready to just be more public with you and not give a fuck what people got to say. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. But we can jump in with the cards and see. First part of this reading is going to be the energy check that your connection shares. Okay, so this is like your overall energy of the connection. So let's put your crystal up here. put the Storm card right here. And we have Witch with Metaverse. We have the Three of Wands. And we have Honor. Honor your loved one and you will notice your relationship becoming stronger. And it almost kind of looks like these are like ice blocks and like people, like two people coming out of it. It's almost like making me feel like I'm hearing that I got this ice box where my heart used to be. Two people that were maybe not necessarily ready or looking for a connection. Still very guarded, you know. I'm hearing that Jaded song too. Sorry that you're jaded. Two people that are like were jaded when they met, but like coming together and like slowly healing each other, kind of opening yourselves back up to connection and love. And I love that for you guys. I feel like this connection has been one that has helped you kind of. You all right down there? Goodness. She's getting pissed because she's going to get her toy. But, what was I saying? I feel like this connection has really helped you expand in so many different ways. Not even just like within your heart space, but like mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You guys have like had this major expansion, or I should say, this major expansive energy that has like transformed you and this person. And I was seeing a dragonfly too when I was meditating on the energy. Some of you guys could be at a distance from this person with this Three of Wands. Like this could be like a long distance connection. And this person is like, maybe you guys are thinking about making a move, like to be closer together so that way you can really like make this connection work. And I'm feeling like for some of you guys that might ruffle some feathers, but it's like I don't really care at this point. Like I like this person. I see us like moving in the right direction. We're on the same page. And I'm ready to just make this move. Like the Storm is making me think of the Lightning card in one of my other decks, which talks about, you know, sudden change, a surprise, a sudden epiphany, different things like that. So I'm feeling like this person is having like this, or not even just this person. It's like the both of you are having this like urge, this sudden urge to just want to make the change, to try to make this work. Yeah. And with with Metaverse, I feel like you guys are like manifesting like this closeness with each other. Um, and that's in more than just one way. Like not even just emotionally, like physically this closeness with each other, like to be able to hold each other, to be able to go on dates, like physical dates, you know, things like that. Um, and I love that. I just feel like overall this energy for this connection is very beautiful. I feel like you guys mutually respect each other. You guys have this mutual love for each other, and yeah, I approve of this energy. Not that you need my approval, but I approve of this energy. So let's jump in with their energy. So their energy is going to be on this side. Your energy is going to be on this side. I am using two different tarot decks so we can see if there's any similar cards that come out. We're just going to see if you guys are on the same page. If you feel like the energy could be flip-flopped, you know, flip-flop it. And of course, my phone is going to die. But yeah, flip-flop it if you need. So can we get the energy check for pile 2 and their person? How are they feeling about the connection? Not the Storm with the Tower card. That is so funny to me. Let's get one more, please. Ace of Cups in reverse. All right. And we got the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Like I said, you guys have really like started helping each other heal. And I know this Ace of Cups is in reverse, but I am getting like the upright meaning. So like this heart activation. I don't know where I left off, but I had to put my daughter in her bouncer and change her diaper. I am getting like this heart chakra opening and activation that is happening. And I feel like this person does feel like they're almost like opening back up to the idea of love because of you. And we got the Tower card in reverse. And we got the Hermit. So for some of you guys, I am feeling like this person's energy might be a little bit more withdrawn right now. But it's not because they're trying to pull their energy away from you. I feel like this person is trying to like handle some internal things. And it's like a solo journey, you know, like you can be there for love and support, but it does feel like this person kind of needs to take this journey themselves, and there's not much that you can really do for them right now, you know. And it's not, like I said, it's not like they're trying to punish you, pull their energy away, or they have like this amazing other connection going on. This is more like they don't want to mess this up. So in order to make sure that they don't lose you, they know that there's some things internally that they have to heal. And I think that's why the Ace of Cups was in reverse, is because this person is really like tuning into their heart and seeing what needs to be worked on, what needs to be let go. They're trying to just feel safe in their own energy so they don't project their trauma onto this connection. It's honestly really sweet. I know it sucks when somebody pulls their energy away, but I would say, you know, be patient with this person. I think this person is going to need a little bit more patience because they are somebody who has quite a bit of work that needs to be done. And like I said, when you guys came into contact, it was almost like you guys weren't really looking for a connection. Neither of you were. You guys were probably trying to focus on your healing, and then this connection comes out of nowhere, and it's like, well, damn, I wasn't ready for this yet, and I'm somebody who believes that you don't have to be fully healed in order to be in a connection with somebody. You can heal with a person as long as they are in the right energy. You know, they're not like continuing to hurt you, to fucking trigger your trauma all the time, or to put you through the same cycles that you've been trying to get out of. You know, I see this could be like something that is actually conducive for your healing. I think you guys could be, you know, activating and healing for each other, and a good support. And for some of you guys that you are at a distance with this person, I feel like this person does feel very sad and somewhat lonely within the connection because you guys aren't physically able to be in contact with each other. With the Hermit card being here, it is making me feel like somebody who is a little bit sad that you guys are not able to do the things that, you know, couples would normally do. And I think that might be what holds this person back from fully like making it official with you, is that you guys are at a distance and they know it's going to be really hard. And there is still that fear there that they will get their heart broken. Like, what if you find somebody else that's closer to you? You know, that I do feel these different like fears kind of come up. What's the matter? But yeah, the only thing I could really say is I think this person is also being patient with you. I feel like this person feels like this connection is going to need a little bit more time than most connections because there is this healing work that's happening. I am feeling like you guys are at more of a distance. Even if it's not like you guys live in different states, maybe you guys just live in different cities, you know. So you still got to put in a little bit of extra effort and work to be with each other. And I think this person just wants to make sure that this is something that you want just as well as this is something that they want. I think they know that this is what they want, but they're kind of like making sure, you know, kind of really sitting with themselves. And they're really focusing on their feelings so they can show up for you in the ways that you need them to and that they know they need to, you know? So let's see. How are you feeling about the connection? Sorry, I'm going to put this back because I wanted to shuffle these. I did not actually shuffle these cards after pile one. All right. Wow, we got Death coming out in reverse. We got the Mother of Pentacles also coming out in reverse. Let's get one more. Thank you. And the Devil. Ooh. Okay. Pile two. For your energy, and we got Justice. You guys have been through a lot of really toxic, traumatic situations. I am picking that up with the Devil card here. And I think you guys are still kind of working on detaching from these different situations that have really kept you connected to these lower vibrational connections. Some of you guys could quite literally be working through, like, I'm picking up some of you guys could be working through, like, addictions and things like that. And I know for some people, if you're doing, like, the step program, I think one of the steps is to, like, stay single until you hit, like, a certain point in your sobriety. I can't quite quote it word for word. I don't quite remember it all, but I think there's something along those lines, and that's kind of like coming up, like maybe you guys are choosing not to take this connection to the next level because right now you're trying to focus on your health, you know, trying to get out of addiction and working on really healing your physical body as well as, you know, your mental and emotional state, because all of that does coincide when it comes to healing addiction. In order to heal addiction, and I know this for myself personally, in order to heal addiction, you have to heal the root of addiction. So there is always like an underlying reason, whether it's trauma or, goodness gracious, hold on. There's always like an underlying reason as to why you feel so attached to these different addictions, whether it's a person, eating, substances, you know, alcohol, whatever it is. Like, there's always an underlying reason. So in order to heal that addiction, you have to heal the root of that as well. Otherwise, you're going to continue to feel drawn to these different unhealthy attachments, right? Which is what addiction is an unhealthy attachment. And maybe you've been open with this person about what you're going through, like your struggles. I know that's not going to be for everybody here, but regardless, I am feeling like there is this energy of working on our codependencies and our, are you waving? Our different traumatic situations that we've been through, you know, so that way we can show up as a healed, more whole version of ourselves. And so I do feel like you guys are kind of like on the same page as far as, you know, not taking this to the next level and just being patient with each other, because maybe in the past you guys used to rush into connections and find yourself in some connections that were very one-sided or very toxic. So you guys are like both trying to take your time, be patient with each other, continue to put yourself first as well, you know, because maybe you self-sacrificed a lot in the past. I am also picking that up. but there is almost like this desire to just want to be closer with this person, to want to make it official. There's just like a lot of like inner work that you guys are both doing. We have, you know, 4 major arcanas here. Each of you guys have 2 major arcanas in your how you're feeling and how they're feeling. And I do feel like they both kind of represent more internal things that you guys are going through. So yes, there's this beautiful connection between you guys, so much potential, but it's also like you guys are pumping the brakes because there's a lot more going on within you guys than what you're able to, that you guys got to take care of, so that way you're able to kind of like invest more fully into this, if that makes sense. That's really the energy that I'm picking up. And I'm hearing that, how can I right my wrongs? So it's like you guys are trying to work on, like, you know, righting all of the wrongs from your past and making sure that you do things differently so this connection can be different than the past connections. And I love that. I think that's beautiful. And I would just say, you know, just be patient, give yourself some grace, give this person some grace. You know, I think as time goes on, you guys will be able to open up more about what you guys have went through and your experiences. And I think that can be a bonding time for you guys. But if you're not ready, like, just give yourself time. You know, you can still honor this connection in other ways and show up for this connection in other ways without having to self-sacrifice. And I think that's something that both of you guys are learning. So yeah, let's see. Where is this connection going? Let's see where this connection is going. I'm going to put him back because he didn't fully come out. And I only take cards from this deck that fully come out just because this is the vice versa tarot. Yeah. I had to make sure I was pulling from the right deck for a second. I'm like, wait a second. But yeah, because this is the vice versa tarot, it's got 2 different sides on it. So I only take cards that actually like come flying out. I'm going to try to get one more. Thank you. Okay, so we got the 9 of Pentacles with the 6 of Wands. The Hanged Man and the 5 of Cups. So I feel like it's almost like you guys are, where is this going? Like you guys are choosing to stay single for right now so you can really focus on yourself. And I feel like you guys have something that you guys are working on. So for some of you guys, this could be like a passion project, or like I said, your sobriety. Something that you need like attention, like to give more of your attention to than you can give to this connection that you were open and honest with this person about. So I feel like there is like this feeling of almost like, I'll wait for you until you're ready. But yeah, it's almost this feeling of like, I'll wait for you until you're ready. With the Hanged Man here. Like, even though we're not moving into like a committed connection quite yet, we're still kind of like holding on to that hope, and we're continuing to be patient with each other, you know? Like, I do feel like this is like the end goal, though, with this connection or this pile, is like to be in a committed connection. It's just like right now we can't. Interesting, another message that's coming out is you guys could have met. Oh my goodness, sorry. You guys could have met this person in like a rehab or something. And maybe that's why you guys can't make it official yet either, is because maybe you guys are like I said, doing your step programs. And I think that's like, I don't want to say like a no-no, but like if you haven't hit like a certain point in your sobriety, they do not encourage you to get in a connection with another person that also struggles with addiction. just because it could be detrimental for the both of you guys. I mean, feel free to correct me, but I kind of feel like that's the vibe that I'm getting for somebody here. If you and your person do struggle with like addiction issues, you guys could be just trying to be patient and wait it out so that way you guys can like get healthy and be in a healthy union. So that was for somebody. But yeah, I am feeling like look, and we even got this little rose behind this person's back. It's almost like holding on to hope that this can be something romantic, that this can be something something beautiful that grows from all of this heartache and this pain that you guys have went through. Because I feel like you guys have both been through a lot. But yeah, I love that you guys are just choosing yourself and choosing peace and working on your goals, your ambitions, and really trying to just make a better life for yourself and set yourself up for success. Because I do see this being like a beautiful outcome for you guys because of that reason. Because you're not choosing to like continue the same cycle that you have in the past, you know? So it's like when you choose to do something different, you get different outcomes. Quite literally. So we're going to get a message from your person, advice or a message from your person. Can I get a final message from your person? And this could be from their higher self. I mean, if that kind of like resonates, could be a message from their higher self. So, woo! Caught it. We got the sun. Wow, the sun and the moon and the Knight of Wands. That's crazy to me. I'm feeling like you are the yin to this person's yang or vice versa, okay? And this person, I feel like this person admires you, and that's something that they want to tell you, is that they admire like your strength and your resilience. And even though like they know that you're still on your healing journey and that you still got a lot of work to do, I feel like this person is like looking at you with so much admiration because you're choosing to better yourself and to better your life. It's like this person is inspired by you. I am very strongly picking that up. Even though you might feel embarrassed about some of your past situations or feel like, you know, I'm feeling a lot of like shame coming from your energy for some of the decisions that you made in the past. I feel like this person doesn't feel like you have anything to be ashamed of. They find you to be a very powerful individual. I used to feel like embarrassed to talk about my addiction issues in the past because I felt like people were going to judge me based off of my past. But now I use that shit to empower others, you know? That's kind of like the vibe that I'm feeling, is like you can use your past to really empower other people. And I feel like this person feels empowered by your past and how you chose to like better your situation. And I think this person, when they look at you, they don't see your past. Okay, like they wouldn't look at you and be like, oh yeah, they were addicted to substances or they've been in toxic relationships. Like the way that you carry yourself is so elegant and so peaceful and beautiful. And this person is like just in awe of you. I really feel that. And I feel like what they would want to tell you is to just keep chasing that fire that is inside of you. Like keep following that, because you have a very powerful spirit and they would never want to like dim your light like others have done in the past. And I think that's just like a beautiful message that they have for you. And I also would say that they would want to tell you that they love your depth. I know a lot of other people might have like seen it as like an inconvenience that you were like emotional or sensitive in the past, but this person loves that about you. And I think that's something that they would want to tell you, is to not hide that part of yourself when you're around them, because they truly love when you're just like rambling about things that you're passionate about, when you get deep and spiritual on them, when you start getting emotional. Like, they love it. They love it. But yeah, they really think that you're meant to shine. And I think you know that as well. And that's why you're choosing yourself more now than ever before, because you know that you're meant to shine more than you have allowed yourself in the past. And yeah, so I think I'm going to leave that here. And I hope this reading resonates with you guys and it brings you lots of love, healing, and clarity. And I'm sending you guys so much love on your journey. Please take care of yourself. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell button so you don't miss when I upload. I will hopefully see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose the flower agate as well as the vessel, this is going to be your reading. So when I was tapping into your guys' energy, I was seeing the number 7, and 7s to me are a highly spiritual number. And I was also kind of almost feeling this energy of like withdrawn or isolated. And I don't necessarily feel like this is because there was something negative that happened within the connection. This is more like focusing on our inner individual healing. So maybe we're taking a little bit of extra time for ourselves, working through some old cycles, energy, trying to release this energetic baggage, trauma, things like that. So that way we do not carry this into this connection. And I do feel like this is like a reciprocated thing, because we are talking about the overall energy of the connection right now. And I'm picking this up. So I was also hearing the 7 star sisters, which is linked to Pleiades, and I can't remember how to say the other word. I'll have to put it up on the screen right here, like what this can indicate. But I do feel like you guys have a very strong connection to each other's energy, because you guys come from the same soul family. Okay, so same star system. You guys are both very connected to the cosmos. And I am getting this feeling of like your angels, your guides, your spiritual team have a very good relationship with each other, because you guys come from the same like tribe. And I do feel like you guys have had many incarnations together. And that could be why this connection might feel more intense than other ones that you've been in, because you have a lot of history and chemistry with this person from many lifetimes. So, interesting. Let's jump in and see what cards you guys have. We're going to put your crystal up here. So we have the vessel, obviously. This is one of the cards that you chose. Just with this card in general, tells me that you guys are a vessel for the cosmos and their healing energy, for divine Christ light. I feel like you guys do bring the light where there's darkness. You guys are like illuminators in a sense, and you highlight other people's shadow. And when you do that, it can be very triggering for other people as well as for yourself, because other people might also do the same thing for you. Because everybody is a mirror, right, of ourselves. And just because you are the vessel for this like healing energy, it's like reflecting off that mirror back onto you. Like if you were to shine like a flashlight on a mirror, the light is going to reflect back onto you. So this does trigger you to have to do your own inner work. And I think that's what this connection ultimately is doing for you, is helping you illuminate your own shadows and helping you heal at like a deep cellular level. So we'll put this right here. We have Karma. This is the Judgment card in this deck. So I am feeling like you guys are going through another spiritual awakening. I don't feel like this is your first one, but I do feel like this is a very important one. This is where you really wake up to your purpose, to your gifts. Um, I feel like this connection is leading you toward your shared purpose with this person. Because I do feel like you guys share some sort of like mission together. And that's why this spiritual awakening is so important, because it's like a turning point for you when it comes to um, being able to make progress in your mission. We have the Eight of Cups. This is the vice versa tarot, so we'll just look at both sides. I love that this moon and the sun are like together, because like I was saying, like you guys come from the same soul tribe. You guys together make a, not saying that you guys are not whole in your own energy, but it's like when you take two different flames and you merge them together, how it makes like one big flame. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. You guys like just enhance each other in a way that is unexplainable. And I also feel like you guys just complement each other very well. Your shadows, your light, all of it just create this beautiful burning light. And we got connection. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. Yes. And I like this because this almost reminds me of a calendar for some reason. And it's like, you know, these are the lifetimes that you guys have already had together. You're now on this one. It's like, okay, this is our time for us to finally be together, for us to like activate each other's heart, because we're going to need this in this next part of our journey, in this next part of our mission. You know, we really need our hearts to be wide open, so that way you can really channel, like I said, that divine Christ light. It's time for you guys to be activated so you can activate those around you. This connection is really beautiful, honestly. Like I feel this like warm energy from this person and from your energy as well. Like you guys just really create this like safe space for each other, and it's beautiful. I love this for you guys. This Eight of Cups is like you guys have invested a lot of your time and your time and your energy into things that haven't, how do I explain this? They weren't ready to be able to hold the love and the support and the energy that you were giving them, because they were broken. They were not focused on their own healing. And I don't think the people that you guys have both encountered in the past were not on your mental and emotional level. So these people were not capable of holding such depth, I guess you could say. But this person and you are able to actually give this to each other. And I feel like right now, this like withdrawn energy that I was picking up at the beginning, oh my God, that actually makes so much sense with this Eight of Cups, because this is like withdrawing your energy. It's giving me the vibe of like focusing on your inner child healing, okay? Focusing on abandonment wounds. Um, and I feel like you guys are like receiving a lot of downloads as to why you had to go through such like traumatic or hard situations in the past. Like what all of this served, like how all of this served a purpose in transforming you into the person that you are today, you know? And this star behind you, this is like you, your inner child, you know? This star behind you is like this radiant healing energy that's coming in for you that is also going to like make your dreams come true. I feel like you guys are really elevating your consciousness and your vibration to match one that is able to sustain the energy of your manifestations, right? So all this work that you've been doing, it's not going unnoticed. You've been grounding these low vibrational frequencies and helping them transmute so you can ultimately elevate your energy and match the timeline that you guys have been trying to manifest. It's like, you know, when is my big break coming? I'm almost feeling like this energy of like questioning the universe in a sense, but not because you don't trust the universe, but just like out of frustration sometimes. Like, why do I keep getting like all of this broken, like these broken cups to try to pour my love into? Like, this is just not working. My love just seeps out. I end up drained. You know, they're not able to pour it back into me. And if it is, it's just a drop. You know, it's not anything of like what I'm giving, and it does create frustration. You know, it does make you feel unsupported, and I also feel like it makes you feel overlooked. But the universe has something so much bigger for you. All of that energy that you've been pouring into it, it wasn't just going nowhere. It was going to the universe. The universe is recycling this, and you're gonna almost, it's almost like giving me the vibe of like how you pay taxes throughout the whole year. You know, they take taxes out of your check, and then you get this like big check at the end of the year, well, the beginning of the new year. It's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting. Is like you're gonna get this like big check of energy. Some of you guys might literally get a check, right? But that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting, is like you and this person's like connection is, it's something that you've been really desiring and manifesting for a long time, and your intentions and your heart have been in the right place, and the universe is about to show you like your work did not go unnoticed. And I know this is supposed to be talking about the energy of the connection, but it's like you guys are both going through this like mass healing right now, and you guys are both going through like these spiritual awakenings. So it's like not like you guys are just withdrawn from each other. It's like you guys know, in order to show up for each other, in order to be that support for each other, you have to focus on yourselves first, so that way you can genuinely give to each other, and you're not giving out of this feeling of I'm going to be abandoned, or almost like the scarcity mindset. Like, not scarcity, it's like a trauma response, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You're not giving out of like a trauma response, you know what I mean? Out of fear. You're giving because you genuinely have that love to give, because you genuinely have enough to give. You're not giving from an empty cup, you know? And I love that. I love that. I feel like that's the best place to give from, you know? And I'm not saying that you're always going to be able to give from that place, because as humans, like, especially when you are known to people please, or this is just something that's been programmed into you for a while, you might catch yourself doing that from time to time. And you'll have to check yourself and be able to have that sense of awareness to be able to pull your energy back. But I feel like that's ultimately what you guys are doing for each other, is you'll be able to kind of help each other like illuminate when you guys are doing things like that, like when you're giving out of fear, or you're pouring from an empty cup, or whatever it is, right? This is beautiful. I love this. I love this for you guys. So next we're going to get you versus them. Like, how are you guys feeling about the connection? So that way we can see if you guys are on like the same page. So I am going to do, their energy on this side, your energy on this side. Feel free to flip-flop it if you feel like the energy is flip-flopped, or like I said, if they both sound like you and they both sound like this person, you guys could be mirroring energy. Sorry. God damn, I dropped cards and I'm trying to pick them up. Fucking struggling, dude. But let's see. How are they feeling about the connection? Spirit, can you please show me? How are they feeling about the connection? How is pile three's person feeling about the connection? Yeah, it's kind of like what I was feeling. Like, this person is feeling triggered. I don't feel like this is per se like you. I mean, you guys could have like recently went through a little bit of a rough patch with each other, you know, because you guys are still getting to know this version of each other. So there could have been some things that were said or done that maybe hurt this person's feelings, and they're having a hard time maybe communicating that with you, is kind of what I'm picking up. We got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. But I really feel like this energy is not really stemming from you per se. I think this is past shit coming up. You know, it's coming up very suddenly. It's coming up in a very abrasive way. And I do feel like this connection is triggering this person's wounds so they can, like I said at the beginning, heal, you know. They are going through this like major transformative like tower moment. You know, this person is not going to be the same person when they come out of this, but I feel like that's going to be in the best way. You know, their foundation is being, like, not even their foundation, they are being cracked wide open so they can allow more light, more love to come in, so they can actually hold. I keep feeling the, like, or not feeling, but hearing, you know, a pint-sized person cannot hold a gallon person's, like, love and support and connection that they give. So this person, it's not that they are a pint-sized person, but their jug is being like expanded in a sense. You know, they'll be able to hold what you are giving to them and vice versa. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what I'm feeling. I feel like this person in the past, because I do feel like almost like this past energy in the past, this person was able to like logically like think their way out of shit. But I think you are making them feel certain things that they have been avoiding for a while. And maybe not even realizing that they were avoiding, you know. You came in and like turned this person's world upside down. And I think that's been not only like really beneficial for their healing, but it's been hard for them as well, you know. Like some of this shit is very like deep rooted things that they're not ready to open up about. You might have like an idea of what this person is going through because maybe you intuitively pick up messages from this person or you guys telepathically communicate with each other. But like on a physical level, I feel like this person hasn't quite opened up to you with everything that this person is dealing with internally. And I think this person is going through like a lot right now because, you know, like I said, you guys are ascending. You guys are going through a spiritual awakening. This is not just you, but this is both of you, you know. And in order to like reach this level of like spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence, mental intelligence, right? We had to go through some really hard shit. So I'm sure you can imagine, you know, some of the shit that you had to go through to get to this point, like some of the shit that this person has had to go through too. And that you guys just need a little bit more time and like patience to go through your own inner journeys so that way you guys can come together in the physical and be able to meet each other in the middle, you know? So, and I'm hearing that, why don't you just meet me in the middle? Losing my mind just a little. Yeah, this person probably does feel like they're losing their mind a little bit. Like, am I fucking just crazy? Like, what is happening here? Like, this is intense. This is probably one of the most intense awakenings this person has went through. You know, these tower moments are fucking, they come very suddenly, very out of nowhere. Well, it feels like that anyways, but it's like really been a long time coming, you know? But it feels very sudden, very out of nowhere, and that shit creates upheaval in your life. But once you're like through that upheaval, like you realize you've been climbing this fucking mountain and you reach the mountaintop and you get to like look at all of your hard work paying off. You're like, damn, it's beautiful up here. Like, I'm so glad that the universe and spirit, God, whatever, made me go through that because, like, look at how beautiful it is to be elevated all the way up here. That's really, like, the vibe I'm getting. So let's see. How do you feel about the connection? Oh, dropping shit again. Hold on. Oh, my gosh. We got the Queen of Wands. Oh, you got 4 cards. All right. We got the Page of Swords in reverse. The 9 of Wands in reverse. And we got the 8 of Swords in reverse. So I can definitely see that you guys are both, feeling challenged by this connection, but I do feel like in the best way. We got the 5 of Cups on the bottom. So, yes, you guys are like, both feeling challenged at this time. Not even necessarily just by this connection. I think this connection, like I said, is triggering you to help you move through some of the things that you guys have both been kind of either avoiding or having a hard time letting go of or surrendering. So I feel like a lot of the challenges that you're feeling from this connection are not necessarily just from this connection, more say them challenging your trauma responses, I guess. Helping you kind of gain like a new perspective on like the reactions that you've been giving or feeling internally. Even if you're not even necessarily giving them like them reactions, you've been internally dealing with a lot of shit too. And I do see that here. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. The Page of Swords in reverse. The only card that's upright right here is the Queen of Wands, and then the 5 of Cups. Like you've dealt with a lot of heartbreak, a lot of sadness, probably depression for some of you guys, And for a long time, I feel like you guys have felt very alone and abandoned by a lot of people from your past. And this connection is helping you heal from that, so that way you do not continue to project that fear of them abandoning you, walking away from you, onto them. Because I mean, quite honestly, like that can be draining for anybody. You can have the most patience and compassion, but like if somebody continuously tells you over and over again, like you're just gonna leave me, you don't love me, you don't mean that, like eventually you're gonna get like exhausted from that. Like that's gonna be draining. Like why don't you just like be open to receiving my love? Like I genuinely love you. I care about you. So it's like you're letting go of this so that, or working through this, I guess, so that way you can like be open to receiving. I think you both are closed off from like your past pain. You got the 5 of Cups, they got the 3 of Swords. These are both really challenging energies when it comes to being open to, you know, experiencing love again, being open. And I feel like you guys were not even necessarily looking for a connection when this came along, so that could even be like, that could be even harder for you guys, because it's like, I was not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. And the universe is like, okay, you don't have to be 100% ready. You know what I mean? You just got to be open to receiving like what I'm trying to give you. Like this is a blessing, I do feel like. And I'm not saying just jump in either, like if you're not in a place where you're able to fully like be open to receiving this connection and the fullness of this connection, at least just be open to what this connection can do for you and you can do for them, because I do feel like even if you guys decided not to be together, which I don't really feel like that's the energy here, but even if you guys decided not to be together, at the end of the day, I do feel like the universe has a plan for you guys, and you guys could be like amazing friends. And I think you guys are also building a foundation right now, and that's why there's this like crumbling of an old foundation that's happening, because you cannot build something on a foundation of fear, of doubt, of insecurity, like all of that has to go first. All of that shit that you've been avoiding from the past has to go first, so that way you guys can build on a foundation that is stable, that is grounded, that is built on love, that is built on trust. You can't not trust a new person or a new connection based off of what you've experienced from the past. that's just that's just projecting your trauma onto a situation and not giving it the space to organically unfold the way that it's meant to, you know? You're not actually open. Your heart is not open. So I think you guys are both technically, like, yes, you guys are on the same page. You guys are both focused on yourselves at the moment. And I do feel like at the end of all of this, like, you guys will be able to come together as like new people, you know? And I think that's going to be really beautiful for you guys. It's going to be very healing. I think you guys are both experiencing a lot of healing, and you're regaining your power, you know, from situations that have um, beat you down in the past, you know. I think you're also somebody who tends to be like more of the provider, I guess you could say, or the main source of energy in your connection. So, like, being open to receiving reciprocated energy is going to be a learning curve for you guys, just because you're so used to like keeping the connection going. But this person has a lot to offer too, you know, even though you guys are both kind of withdrawn in your own energy, working on your own healing. Like, you guys both have a lot to bring to the table, and you're not just going to be the only one that's like, you know, trying to keep the connection going. Because I feel for you guys, because I've been there. All right, so let's see. Where is this connection going? Where is this connection going, Spirit? Where is this connection going for pile 3? Where is this connection going for pile 3? We'll take this upright. It was kind of like diagonal, so I kind of feel like I almost want to like read this as like a, you know, upright or reversed position. We're just going to put it like that. And I am going to just lay these cards down the way that they kind of, I know this one came out first, but it was over here more, and these cards were like in front of it. So I'm just going to lay them down that way, and I'm going to get one more card. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups coming out in the diagonal position. We got the Nine of Swords, and we got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. We got Strength coming out in reverse with the Eight of Swords coming out upright, and then the Knight of Wands coming out in reverse. So you have two knights coming out here. I feel like this connection has so much potential for you guys to be able to like be together, but there just has to be like, I think you guys just really have to start owning your past. Like I said, reclaiming your power from your past, and not identifying with your past, but taking the lessons and the love that the past has gave you and moving forward with only that, leaving everything else behind, all of that pain, that trauma, that hurt. And that's easier said than done. You know, I can sit here and tell you to do that, and maybe you've been trying to do that for a while, and you're like, okay, how? And I really feel like the only way that you can really do that is with time. You know, like you can fucking be adamant and consistently, consciously putting effort in trying to let something go, but it really does happen when the time is right. Like, when you've fully like processed what it is that you've went through, and, you know, integrated this, that's when you guys can like start to kind of let go or surrender. And that really just takes time. It takes practice, and I think you guys have the potential to like have this beautiful union, you know, but I think there's a lot of things that, like I said, is going to be brought to your guys' awareness. You guys are definitely illuminating a lot for each other, where you guys have been like holding yourselves back. And I feel like you guys are giving each other a new perspective. We have an eagle on this card. which can also indicate like a spirit guide, like you being guided by your spirit guides to, you know, come together for a reason. You guys are meant to serve a purpose. Wow. Underneath this, you have judgment. That's crazy. I don't want to show it too much because, you know, they're naked on here, but you literally have judgment underneath that. Like I said, you guys are like waking up. You guys have a purpose. There is a reason why you guys have came into union together, you know. This reminds me of the Magician card, like right here. Um, like the way that he's holding his hand up, like channeling energy from the universe to create the reality that they've been, you know, desiring. And I feel like, you know, the wheel is turning in your guys' favor. But this really is just about divine timing. You know, this is just about divine timing at this point. Um, what I would say is to give each other time and patience. You know, don't try to rush into anything, because this is a long journey for the both of you guys, and you guys have both been through a lot, and you guys are working through like conditioning, programming that has been with you guys. For some of you guys, it's been your whole fucking life, even in other lifetimes, like this old conditioning and programming from other lifetimes that have followed you into this lifetime. You know, you're working through this. That's gonna take time, so give each other some time and some patience. You know, you can try to keep the spark alive by, you know, communicating with each other, letting each other know like how you guys are feeling, being more open with your communication, maybe going on dates, you know. But ultimately, like, you guys really are on your own inner journeys right now. And that's really what I'm picking up. Like, it's not that this connection isn't going anywhere. It's more so like you guys are being encouraged to just like focus and work on yourself right now. So I'm just going to leave that right there. And we're going to get a final message from your person. Okay, so this can be from their higher self. This can be, I don't know, I guess from their physical self even. Advice or message from your person. Oh, we had the Six of Cups. I told you. This person just wants to let you know, like, they acknowledge this connection that you guys have, that you guys share. And they know it's a deep soul spiritual connection. And I genuinely feel like this person does, like, love you. Even if you haven't known this person enough to be like, we're on I love you basis or anything like that, you know, maybe the connection didn't like evolve that far. I do feel like this person just has this sense of love for you, and I feel like their soul, their spirit is loyal to you. Even if you guys, you know, because this is a situationship or a talking reading, you know, like things are starting to get serious, but we haven't quite made it official yet. Even if you guys haven't made it official, like this person is loyal to you, and I feel like they will be patient. It's not that they'll wait forever or you should wait forever for anybody, but I do feel like they will be patient while you work on your healing and while they work on their healing as well. They know, you know, there's been a lot of stuff from childhood that needs to be worked on, and they're willing to like go through this maturing of energy to, you know, be together with you in a healthy, loving way. And sixes always make me think of like unconditional love, somebody who accepts you for you. And it also makes me think of reciprocity. So somebody who reciprocates that love, you know, that support. But yeah, they just want to let you know that their soul is loyal to you and that they will be patient, you know. I mean, we literally got temperance right here. They will be patient while you go through your healing. They want to see you in your best energy. They want you to be happy. They don't want you to be dreading your past or avoiding your past anymore. Like, they want to help you move forward. They want to make you feel safe, And they also just want to let you know that they acknowledge, like, how do I explain this? I feel like it's almost like they're looking at you like you're their guardian angel. Like you could have quite literally been this person's guardian angel at some point in time, in a lifetime or something. Like you were this person's guide. But they just want to let you know, like, they look at you as if you were like heaven sent. Oh, I just think that's so sweet. We got the King of Cups and we got the Eight of Cups again. Wow. I feel like this person just wants to also let you know, like, it's okay to walk away for a while and, like, move towards your own happiness, towards your own joy, and focusing on, like, emotional balance and maturity. Like, they're not going to look at it as if you abandoned them. I feel like they just want to, like, give you reassurance that it's okay to focus your energy on yourself. They encourage this. Like I said, they want to see you happy. They want to see you doing good. They want to see you thriving. And if that means, taking your energy and focusing it on yourself, they want to let you know that they support this. And again, that message of like you guys sharing spirit guides is coming up again with this Temperance card right here. It's making me think of like your spirit guides are just watching over each other, helping each other on your journeys, protecting you guys. And I just love that for you guys. It's very sweet. This person's soul is very sweet. Even though this woman is walking away from, the cups that have sank right here, this one cup is still burning with this bright fire. It's like that connection between you guys will always be there. You will always hold like a special place in this person's heart. And they're just letting you know, like, no matter how long it takes for you to just, find you again after, I just feel like I want to cry. No matter how long it takes for you to find yourself again, through all of this, like, hurt that you've been through, like, this person just wants to let you know that they will always be supporting you and you will always have a place in their heart. And it almost does feel like they will wait for you. They know that this connection is a once in a lifetime. And I feel like they are also letting you know that they wouldn't want it with anybody else. So they're going to take time while you're taking time to also heal. And when you guys come back together, I do feel like this is going to be amazing. Like, this connection, your connection is eternal and unbreakable. Like I'm saying, like, this flame is always going to burn. No matter how much time you guys take away from each other, like, you guys will still always have this beautiful, eternal connection. Nobody can come between that. So, I love that for you guys. That's so sweet. That is a beautiful message to end this reading off on. And I'm going to leave this here because we're already like 40 minutes in almost. But I'm sending you guys so much love and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button so you don't miss when I upload. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Please take care of yourself. And I'm sending you guys lots of healing energy.